Hello, my name is Harvey Johnson. I've got a brain tumor with cancer. It was diagnosed in April 2004. It's on the left side of my brain. It was just a little bit bigger than a orange, a little smaller than a grapefruit. I had surgery done, and they took out just a little part of it because they didn't want to ruin anything, I guess. The doctors all told me I had about a year and a half to live, and that's about it. My brother-in-law called, well, we talked to several different people, and three of them said I should go to Mexico. I asked my chiropractor about it, Dr. Joe Stuckey, and he right away went and grabbed a piece of paper out of his desk drawer and said, call these people and go there. And it was a hospital in Mexico, IVC hospital. My brother-in-law called them. They said as soon as he's done with chemotherapy, 1 week later, be down in Mexico and we'll fix him. Which the chemotherapy was 8 weeks. I really didn't care if I was dead or alive after the chemotherapy. The middle of the week before I was going to Mexico, I was in a lot of pain in my lower extremities. So I had my sister bring me to the hospital. Found out that both my kidneys were completely full of kidney stones. Doctor wanted to do surgery, and I told him, no, I can't. I have to leave in 3 days for Mexico for cancer treatments. So I'll leave the details out, but he put a screen up there so that none of the stones would try and get out over the next 3 weeks. But he said that in 20 years of being a doctor for kidneys, he'd only had 2 or 3 cases where both kidneys were as full as mine. We made an appointment for the day after I got back from Mexico, and I got back, went in, and he wanted to do a CAT scan to make sure everything was here and there, and all that good stuff. And after the CAT scan, about 15 minutes later, they told me to put my clothes back on. The doctor wanted to see me up in his office. Went up to his office, and he said, where'd your kidney stones go? You had them taken out in Mexico, didn't you? I said, no, I didn't tell anybody in Mexico because it's a cancer hospital. And he said, I know, it's a lot cheaper to have it done down in Mexico, so you had them taken out. You should have called us and canceled this appointment. I said, what do you mean? He goes, you don't have kidney stones anymore. And that pretty much sold me on the treatments. I feel better. I don't have kidney stones. The cancer isn't living anymore. I've got it in me a little bit, but it stays way down. It doesn't bother me. The brain tumor, the first year and a half, shrank, and now it's just up there, just not doing anything. The cancer's not doing anything. I haven't had a cold, flu. I haven't been sick since 2004. It's 2009 now. It's September, so it's 5 years since I started coming here. I try to come about every 6 months for 2 weeks. Sometimes it's closer to a year when I can afford to come here, but it's worth it. I believe everyone has a time to die, and I would much rather, if I'm going to die in 5 minutes, I'd much rather die happy than the way I was before I came here, because I really didn't care if I was dead or alive. That's about it. The doctors here are very friendly. The nurses, everyone who works here is Mexican. They all speak English, and they're so friendly. It feels like you're with your own family. It really does. They remember your name every 6 months I'll come back, and people who don't see my file still remember my name, Harvey, which they call other people by their first names and last names also. They're just a good crew, and they treat a lot more than just cancer. I know 2 couples and 1 single man that I met at different times while I've been here. We're talking, people talk about what they've got, what's wrong with them, what kind of treatments they're getting. And I asked them at separate times, they weren't all here at the same time, what was wrong with them. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, what, you're here getting treatments, what are they treating? And they told me they come here for half a week every year because they don't want to get sick ever. And the guy that comes here for a weekend told me the same thing. I don't want to get sick. So I come here for just 2 treatments a year. And the other people are coming for 4 treatments a year. It's worth calling the 800 number. It really is. When you call on the 800 number, you can talk to whoever you want. It rings in there. They've got an office in San Diego, so you don't have to pay more for the call. You can talk to the lady that answers, or she'll transfer you to the hospital, and it doesn't cost more, still on the 800 number. And you can talk to a janitor, a cook. You can talk to the doctor in charge of the hospital. You can talk to anybody that you want. And if they don't know the answer to all your questions, they will call you right back. If they tell you they don't know the answer to that question, they'll write it down, and you can keep talking with them and asking them whatever you want about the hospital, the treatment, cost, everything. And if there's something that they don't know, they will call you right back. It's amazing. They'll send you a brochure. They'll send you a DVD about the place, or they have an internet address. Out of all of them, I found that the phone number is the best, and talk right to them. It's okay to go to the internet address. It's okay to read the pamphlet. The DVD, I really didn't like that much, but call them. Just call them. What else was I going to say? There's a lot more. There's so much.
Can you quickly tell us kind of the difference between the chemotherapy treatments and stuff you're getting in the States versus your treatments here?
Chemotherapy will kill you if you take it a lot. It kills everything in your body. It kills the good cells and it kills the bad cells.
You'd never do it again?
Never. Not even if they said it would save my life, I wouldn't do it. I don't want to live unhappy.
And how did you feel during your treatments here, during your time when you first checked in, and then as you come back about once a year, how do you feel?
I really don't feel any better or worse when I leave than when I came. Mm-hmm. But about a month, 4 weeks, 5, 6 weeks after I leave, I'll just wake up one morning and I'll think, wow, the treatments do work. It takes a while.
I'm supposed to be dead already, and here I am.
Yeah, but no, because I'll actually feel that much better.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can't plan. It's something I don't really look forward to. It's just I'll wake up in the morning and I'll feel like a whole new person.
And you live life normally. You're not restricted.
Yeah.
You're not.
No.